Boom.
Wait, I don't know if we're live yet.
I think we are live. Wait, yeah, it's still not telling me if we are live yet.
No.
Usually we do not have to do this, but I've kind of was experiencing hella technical issues today in the beginning, so I just want to make double, triple sure that everything's freaking working before we completely get started on this. All right, let me see.
It's good. My headphones are going out though.
They are?
Yeah.
It's because of that thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Is it good?
I don't know. My ankle weight.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, we're just gonna have to be really
We're
careful.
We're good.
Okay, first things first is, what's up, guys?
Welcome back to 10 Talks.
Welcome back to 10 Talks.
Episode 10.
Episode 10, double digits.
A milestone.
We did it. We haven't missed a single episode. We made every episode, no matter what got on the way. We were able to make it.
Sorry about the late start today.
Yeah. First things first is.
Class.
Oh yeah. Rylee was originally supposed to have class for 1 hour, and then ended up going a little bit longer, so we had to reschedule for 8. And then right before we started, I started like 20. I already had everything set up, and then 20 minutes before, I started opening up Streamlabs, trying to get like the camera and the mic set up and everything. And then I started realizing that the freaking camera wasn't working the way it usually does. Like I have it hooked up a certain way, and that way was just not working. And it was actually, I tried to use my camera the other day on my desktop stream, and it wasn't working either. But then I just assumed like, oh, this is happening on my desktop, it'll be fine on my laptop. Sorry, excuse me. And then
wow.
And then the same thing happened on my laptop. Okay, hold on, let's cheers real quick. We are also, oh my god, the fucking headphone went out again.
No, it's good.
Just ignore it. We'll try to ignore it. We also, no shots today. We're drinking Kyla's.
We're getting healthy.
Rylee put me on, and honestly, yeah, is it healthy? We're drinking and being healthy at the same time.
Right.
It just cancels each other out, so you're neither healthy or
there's
unhealthy.
not a lot of sugar on it.
Cheers to episode 10.
To episode 10, double digits, baby.
Let's go.
Ooh.
You even take a swig.
Because this was like an awkward area.
You couldn't do it? Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Soon we'll be able to afford hovering mics, hopefully, sometime.
Like the ones like this?
No, I'm kidding. Just imagine you had a mic hovering in front of your face. Oh, that would just be probably a headset. You could do that as well.
Like Bluetooth.
Yeah, like Bluetooth. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my freaking camera's not working, so I had to set it up. Oh my god, and now we're receiving some sort of warning right now saying that it's not receiving enough internet. Wait, what? God damn it.
Should I check?
Okay, hopefully, guys, we're gonna have the chat open to our side. We're not gonna be reading the chat too much, but I am gonna be looking at the chat just to make sure that the stream is going well. Do, can you please let me chill? Let me chill. Yo, can you please let me know if everything's okay with the stream? I don't know exactly what the hell's going on right now. I hope the stream is still going.
Rylee mouth is shining. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, should we talk about that? What we did yesterday?
Yeah, I think that's what we should probably get into first, right? Because it's kind of noticeable.
That's the reason why I chose to wear this hoodie today, is because
we got bling.
We got blinged out, and also this is perfect sitting positions because both our things are on the camera side. Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay, Space Goes Dog Perp says, yeah, I'll call you if it doesn't work. Okay, thank you so much, Space Goes Dog Perp. For some reason, it's telling me that we're not having enough internet service, but I have it hardwired, so it should be fine. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Anyways, randomly, I think it was like a week ago, I was just scrolling through Instagram, and I got a DM from this company called B.Gems Beauty Bar, and it was like a message saying, hey, I'm Lauren, I own this company basically where we put diamonds on teeth, and would you be interested in doing some sort of promotion where like I do free, like put diamonds on your teeth for free, and then you just like shout me out on Instagram. And then I showed it to Rylee. I was like, what do you think? I was like, are you down to do this? And then Riley's like, yeah, I'm down, because we were actually talking about doing this like months ago. We just never got to it. And then so I told Rylee, I was like, yo, you want to do this? She's like, yeah, I'm down. She's like, I want to get diamonds in my teeth. So I was like, all right, let's go. And then so I replied to this lady. I was like, okay, I'm down to do this only if, or not only, I didn't say it like that, but I basically said like, hey, I'm down, but can my girlfriend come along, and I'm going to stream the whole thing on YouTube, because like that would be better promo for you, and also just like I feel like it'll be good content as well. Fun, yeah, exactly. So she said she was completely down with it. And then the day before, last minute, I told Luchi about the whole situation. situation. Then Lucha's like, oh dude, like I'd be down to get Lucha and Peach, and then they both said like, oh
Peach
man.
was like, I've always wanted to.
Oh yeah,
to
she's like, I've
show
always
up."
wanted to do it. Yeah, honestly, yeah, Peach was the one who's like, I've always wanted to do it. So I was like, okay, let me DM her again real quick, and I DM'd her. I was like, hey Lauren, is it okay if I bring 2 more friends along? And originally I just asked like if they could just come, because Lucha just wanted to pull up and chill, and maybe they would have saw how much it cost and maybe just did it like that. But she basically said like, yeah, I'll do it for all of you guys, all 4 of you guys. And
They were so dope.
yeah, exactly. I don't know how. Did you look at the prices? Like, how much does it cost to get
I think it said $45 for 2 jewels. Yeah.
for
And-
2 jewels?
And look at your tooth.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Is like my tooth alone, this is probably like maybe $50, $60, something like that. Your tooth is probably like, yeah, also like probably 40, something like. It probably depends on what jewel you get and whatever, what like
But
quality.
you have like hella jewels.
It's the same one over and over again. I kind of wish that they used a smaller one so they could fill my tooth better. But you know, what could you ask for
I know,
free?
I wish mine was a little smaller. Mine's kind of like scraping my mouth a little bit now.
Oh really? It's super big.
Yeah.
I do notice it. Like as soon as I woke up in the morning, the first thought in my head was like, "Damn! Like why do I have so much crust on my on my tooth?" And it was just the jewels.
No, it really makes me feel like I have braces again. Like,
Really?
that feeling.
I never had
It
braces.
gets me so kind of annoyed because I hated having braces so much.
I remember when I was in school, I always thought that the girls with braces were always the cute ones. So that's a good.
I was not cute with braces.
I saw pictures. Yeah, you were adorable.
No, I was not.
You were like, hey, like I don't
was
know.
not cute.
You
I
looked
was
fun.
definitely at that awkward phase. But that's cute that you thought the girls with braces were cute.
I don't know. And you know what's funny? I always wanted braces because for some reason when I was in middle school and high school, like I liked that it kind of like made your lips bulge out, and I like that look for some I don't know why. Like I just whenever I saw my homie or like some girl with braces, I would always be like, damn, that's fire. Like I always just thought it was cool, and then you could change the color on them, and then also my teeth.
I used to want to change the colors.
My teeth are fucking just stupid crooked, so I always just kind of just thought it would be like really cool to have like nice looking braces, but I don't think my parents could ever afford getting me braces.
I got braces my sophomore year though, so at that time I was like, I don't even want people to notice these braces, so I didn't care about the colors. But growing up when I was like in like 5th grade or like, you know, younger, I was like, damn, I wish I had braces so I could like change the colors, make
Really?
them like Christmas themed, Valentine's themed.
It's
you know,
so
I would do that
yeah.
shit.
It's so funny because I bet you when you were younger and when you just got the braces, you were like, my life's over. I'm gonna have these forever. Like blah blah blah. And then,
I was kind of excited for them just because I knew like the outcome was gonna be
way
great.
better. But you know what's interesting is I have.
When I had them, I was like, fuck, I'm ugly.
Did you ever hear of braces stories where people would have them for like ridiculous amount of years? Like I had 2 friends.
My sister Brittany, she had them on for like 9 years.
9. That's what I'm talking about. Like my homie Beast.
7 years.
The homie, like
9
he kind of
years.
like I grew up skating with him. The whole time I knew him since I was like in elementary school, since I fucking knew this dude, he's always had braces. And then like I remember even after we left high school, he still had braces. And then I remember one day he told me he's like, man, these fucking braces ain't doing shit for me. Like my teeth still are fucked up, and like I've had these shits for years. He's like, I'm taking them off. And then like a couple days later, I see him again, and all his braces are gone. I was like, oh, you went to go get your braces off? He's like, I took pliers and ripped them off.
Oh my god. He was like, I'm over it.
Cause they're just glued on, right?
Well, it's like cemented on. We have it.
Like, what this is cement.
Yeah, what they use is like what they cement the brackets for braces on. And then the wires, what connects the braces.
I like how when they're putting on braces, they use the terminology we're cementing them on, but that lady was like, oh, we're gluing them on. Cementing sounds way gnarlier.
It was cement, like,
But
you
this
saw
is
that little like thing she was using, that was like cement coming out of there.
Really? Damn. So getting this off is gonna be like a fucking bitch.
Gorilla glued it.
I know, right? I'm gonna sue the cement company.
Today,
I thought it was temporary.
At the class I took, it was tape and hair extensions. And the tape is like a very strong adhesive, which is like a glue, right? And like the whole time, I just wanted to like say like Gorilla Glue, but
oh really?
I wasn't in good standing.
Did anyone
to like joke around about that?
Did anyone in your job comment on that?
No, but I really wanted to say something about Gorilla Glue.
You didn't hear anyone talking about it?
Nobody was talking about it.
What the fuck? I would expect them to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady Gorilla gluing her hair?
I know. I feel like they probably obviously know about it.
Yeah, it's like super viral.
Yeah.
Wait, so the class you took today, you're gluing hair to people's heads?
No, it's not glue. It's a tape-in, but like the tape is
Like Scotch tape?
Yeah, it's like a dried. No, it's not Scotch tape.
Yeah.
It's a dried. I don't know how to explain it. A dried glue adhesive that just sticks to the hair, but it sticks really well, like a super glue almost.
And then
It's like not gonna leave your hair
and then you do
unless
it.
you get it removed.
You do it to the ends of your hair or to the bottoms?
No, you do it to the scalp.
To the scalp, and it just makes your head look more full of hair.
Yeah, or longer, whatever you're trying to achieve.
That's pretty cool. Once again, wait, where the fuck is my
Wait.
phone? Did I have my phone? Oh, my phone's right here. I'm so stupid. Once again, I forgot to bring out Vashti's fucking planner. And also, god damn it. We could talk about it in a little bit. We could just bring up a couple more
We
things.
can bring it up.
But, wait, first thing, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. But, like, what should we cover first? Because there's so many things that I'm, like, kind of fired up
know.
about. First things first, I feel like I always tell a story of some sort. Remember I told you, you never finished the MTV story with
I
Roman
know.
and your dad.
Okay.
So
pretty much.
why did
MTV come to my school?
and then like how big of a role did your brother and what was the name of the show and shit?
Okay, so I wish I knew the year it came out. I think Roman was a sophomore. So what year was your sophomore year? 2010?
For me it's so easy to keep up with shit because when I was in first grade it was 2001 and then like
Okay.
every year to 2012 like coincided with the year I was in. So 2012 is when I graduated / got kicked out.
Yep.
So it, like,
then
worked out.
I
So
think it was,
2010 I was sophomore.
Yeah, 2010. There was like a new show that was going to try to take off. So it was like the pilot season and it was called If You Really Knew Me.
Uh-huh.
And pretty much the premise of the show was this kind of organization would
That your
go to-
friends don't know as much about you as they should
No,
know or something?
So like this organization called Challenge Day would come to people's high schools, and
Uh-huh.
it was like some different organization, not anything to do with the school, but like they would have inspirational speakers and like people trying to tear down like stereotypes and stuff at school.
And like
So,
barriers between people
yeah,
and
so
stuff like that.
you remember that movie Freedom Riders where
I think
the
I
teacher like makes people like, oh, like cross the line if you've ever
suffered from this or stuff, and then you see people step up. You're like, oh wow, I
Yeah.
didn't know she did that.
So
or
they were
like,
doing
whatever.
shit like this on the show.
Yeah.
And then like they would break up into groups and they would say like, so for this challenge you're gonna say if you really knew me you would know, and like just pretty much spill like your craziest life story, I guess, in a way. And so they would go to different high schools, but the producer of the show went to my rival high school. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know why he didn't choose his high school to do it, but he chose my high school to do the first episode.
Okay.
And my dad was a teacher at my high school, and Roman was obviously a student.
And it was about
And-
their relationship, right?
Well, there was like a bunch of different people who they followed throughout
Okay.
the show too. And
Kids or just adults?
yeah, students.
The students.
So like every student had a different storyline. Like one was gay and one,
But he was acting straight. He was like, if you really knew me, I was gay.
well, like he just hadn't came out yet. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Type shit. Like just different storylines. Like bad childhood growing up. Like parents
Yeah.
beat them. Like
Some
really
stuff you
sad
just don't want
shit.
people to know about, though.
But like people would like expose that stuff, but Roman and my dad like had their own storyline too, because my dad was like always Roman's coach for him, like in football, wrestling, everything growing up. So him and my dad always
Babe.
had like that. I'm good. That
Denying the joint?
I'm
Okay,
trying
you're
to
telling.
speak.
Okay, sorry. I'll hold it.
Anyway, my dad and Roman kind of had like
He was his softball coach?
no wrestling
Wrestling
and
coach.
football coach.
Football
yeah.
coach. Softball is girls.
Yes. Anyway.
No
Do you wanna
disrespect
talk
to
about
Roman.
it?
No, yeah, I do. No
Okay.
disrespect to Roman. Because I said softball.
Anyways, yeah. So
Wait, so like they were
pretty
basically.
much they were just talking about how like the relationship was like tough growing up. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional just because I'm like thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay.
You didn't tell me you didn't want to talk about this.
I know. I'm sorry.
You said I wanted to talk about this on the next episode. You
I
didn't.
know, but now that I'm like just talking about it was just sad. But
About the outcome?
no, just like the relationship in
Oh.
general. You know, but they did talk about it on the show, so it's out there. We should probably watch it one day.
Seems like a good show since it's making you it's emotional to this point, even after like years after watching it. Can you still find this on YouTube, you think?
Yeah, I think so, probably.
Dang.
You have to dig it up. They only did one season of it, so it never took off. No, they weren't the only high school. They did one season. And they were just the first episode.
Wait, they were in the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's pretty far. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
How old was Roman?
We can move on.
How old was Roman when you did it? Like 16?
He was, whatever age you were.
That's crazy. Imagine they did that now. Every kid would be like, yeah, man, follow me on Instagram. That'd be a good way to self-promote yourself or something like that. I didn't know you were going to get emotional about this story. Now I feel bad bringing it up.
It's just like, it was like a show that was kind of like a deeper show, a harder show to watch.
A lot of MTV shows are kind of like that. True Lives and like, I forgot the names of it, but the show where they would find kids who would want to like get out of their bubble or whatever. I forgot the name of it. Do you remember? Was it Made?
Yeah, Made.
Where they would like help like a kid who's like, fuck, what was the name of that show?
Yeah, like a girl would want to be a cheerleader.
No. There was one where it was like, I think it was mostly about guys. It was like about dudes who were like, I want to like get girlfriends and get girls, and he's like, I'm nerdy, blah blah. And they would basically like find a kid and they would like take him to a stylist, get him like all dressed up all nice and shit, and then they would like teach him a sport, and they'd be like, this is what you gotta do to be cool or whatever. And then like it'd be about getting a kid like to be cool enough to get girls in school or some shit.
I don't remember that one.
There was a show like this, I swear to God.
I remember this one show that I feel like only had like, maybe one season, but it was called My Own. Did you ever hear about this show?
That sounds familiar.
And it was like like every episode was a different person who had like a celebrity crush, and they would go through like different people who looked like their celebrity crush, and they would do
in their school.
No, not in
just
school,
in general.
Like, just like,
and be like, would you date this person?
And like they would do performances like let's say like, oh, I went on and like I was like, oh, Justin Bieber, like I want my own Justin Bieber or whatever, and it'd be like different guys like who looked like Justin
performing.
Bieber
and she's like, I love him,
and now I have my own Justin Bieber, like
Jesus
at the end.
Christ.
Yeah, it was so weird.
But then you're not really falling in love over
the
person that you actually want. You're falling in
weird.
love because you think it's a person that looks like someone else.
I know. I was like, I remember My Own Alicia Keys. I remember that one.
What the fuck? Who would you choose if you were that age? My Own.
Like high school?
How old were the people
crush?
How old were the people in the show?
I guess they were probably like
18, 19, 20?
Yeah, younger. My celebrity crush in high school.
Who would I do? My Own. I don't know. I don't even know who I thought was. Actually, you know who I thought was really hot at the time?
Who?
Who's that singer who passed away from like an overdose?
A lot.
God damn it.
Amy Winehouse?
Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
When I found out about you know what's funny is like my sister had joined my sister joined the army, and then she went to the army, and then she got this like iPod. She was listening to all this music while she was out in the army or whatever, and then when she came back from the army, she's like, you can have my iPod, and all her old music was still on it. And that's when I found out about like all these random artists my sister listened to, and I found Amy Winehouse, and I forgot what songs I heard, but I was like,
every song.
I was like, I really like these songs. Then I looked up like who she was or whatever. I think she might have already passed away by the time I found out about her. I'm not sure though. But I was like, damn, like she actually looks really pretty.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
My Own Amy Winehouse.
She was just like, just all around talented, fucking really like mega talented, a superstar.
What's up with like? Not what's up with, but it's like crazy. It's like almost like, is it coincidental that almost not a lot of it just feels like I've heard of a lot of popular women singers who end up passing away of overdoses and have drug addictions, like Whitney Houston and
Judy Garland.
Is that her name, Whitney Houston?
Yeah, Whitney Houston.
Okay, feels like I just made up a name. Sometimes I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. You know what I feel like we should talk about?
my own would be.
Oh yeah, well you didn't tell me. Justin Timberlake.
No, ew, fuck Justin Timberlake. Free Britney. I don't know who is I really like. Damn.
What's that crew from the Bay that broke up?
S.O.B.
S.O.B. Can I have my own S.O.B. RBE, please?
No. Oh my god, no. I don't know.
Your own six
Maybe
dudes.
Like Harry Styles or something like that. I
Jeez.
like Harry Styles a lot.
Oh my
I like
god.
that long hair.
What does he do? I've heard that name, but I don't even know.
He's One Direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course.
But he had like long curly hair. You know, I like the long curly hair.
And that's why you fell in love with me, right? Because I used to have long,
Long
curly,
curly
well, not
hair.
long, but I did have like
You did
bushy,
have long curly
bushy hair. That's funny.
Mhm.
Harry Styles. I'm gonna look him up. If I don't look like him, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm kidding.
He's kind of weird though. I don't think I would ever.
Didn't he get? I think.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever.
I think it was
He's
in
a
the No
little
Jumper
fruity.
news recently where he was on the cover of some magazine and he wore a dress. And I think it was Harry Styles where he wore a dress and like some people were giving him shit for it, saying like, "Oh, you're demasculating men," blah blah blah, or something like that. And he didn't really care about it. I think it was Harry Styles. I'm not sure. He's like wearing a dress on the cover.
Oh yeah, it was Harry Styles.
It was?
Yep.
Interesting.
See, that's why I'm like, he's a little weird now. I don't know.
I thought you think it's weird to wear a dress?
It's not, but he's just.
It's not.
He's kind of out. I mean, I guess now it's not. It's normal for like those fashion people to be wearing that shit, you know?
Because I actually just ordered
he's
some
very
dresses on
fashion
Amazon.
forward.
They're coming
Shut
next
up.
week.
Okay, no.
You would not be cool with me wearing a
Just
dress?
not my style. I guess that's just not.
You
my
would not
style.
want me wearing a dress?
No.
You're so close-minded. That's
Why?
crazy.
Shut up.
I want to wear a dress,
You can wear a dress.
but you're not gonna
But-
like me as much. Are you gonna deuces on me? Wow.
Anyways, what's the next one?
Next episode of 10 Talks, I'm wearing a dress.
Oh my god, he's gonna wear a kill.
Speaking, you know what? About guys wearing dresses, you know what that reminds me of is Rylee and I recently just watched the Young Lean documentary that came out, and I didn't see any promotion for this or anything like that. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I saw in my subscriptions Vice posted it, and it was like Vice Noisy, and I thought Vice Noisy stopped making content because it was like Vice Noisy was making content about Chicago rappers and they were making stuff with Young Lean and stuff, and like it was actually really interesting. The content was pretty good, and I feel like they stopped doing it, and then they posted this Young Lean documentary, and maybe they just took a break to focus on this shit, but it was basically about Young Lean's life, and I already knew who Young Lean was. I've been keeping up with him for a while, and the reason why I said this reminded me of that is because he has a famous music video where he's wearing a grandma's dress and he's like digging a grave like during the music video. And anyways, yeah, so I already knew who Young Lean was. I watched the documentary. I thought it was a really good documentary.
Yeah,
It's like it takes a lot of
it's really sad.
It's really sad, and it's crazy. Number one, it's crazy that Young Lean chose to participate in it because it really affected his life, where he went to
Yeah.
mental hospital like multiple times, and it's like probably the drugs played a role too, where
Because the whole
you know-
time, like before you explained to me like his kind of situation, I was thinking he died. The way they were like portraying it,
because
you
he
know?
wasn't even in the first half.
Yeah.
He didn't even
and
say
then you told me
anything.
he produced it. I was like, oh shit. He was definitely very involved.
Yeah,
So,
right?
Like, I feel like it was probably a very honest portrayal of his situation.
Yeah, exactly. Especially that
Yeah.
they had him involved in the production side of things.
Yeah.
You're cold?
No.
Oh, and what was I saying? Oh yeah, basically, it was a really interesting documentary from my side of things. I thought it was really cool. I got to see a whole bunch of different things about Young Lean and that whole situation that kind of threw a whole kink in his career that I didn't even know about. Basically, his manager slash best friend passed away in a car accident while driving under the influence of some sort of drugs, and they had that kid's dad in the documentary too. So that's pretty crazy that he even chose to participate in the documentary as well.
It's like, I don't know how I felt about that dad though.
I know it's pretty.
It's
but
like just such a hard situation because
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I'd probably be the same fucking way.
it kind of
Like I would be like,
it kind of opens up a huge
Fuck this
not a
guy.
huge thing, but it showed something interesting about the music industry where that kid's dad was obviously very rich and well connected, because in the beginning that kid's dad who passed away, that dad was basically saying how his son came up to him one day and was like, "Dad, I want to make a record label." And his dad was like, "Oh, finally, like, you're inspired to do something. Here's a bunch of money. Who knows how much fucking money it took, but here's a bunch of money to create your own record label, studio, and all this shit." And then his kid was basically just given his own record label, and he signed little Young Lean under it, which is insane. Like, imagine, like, I just want to start a record label. I ask my dad, he gives me fucking millions of
Mhm.
dollars to do it. Like, that's a crazy endeavor.
privilege.
And just privilege, exactly, and just to have it supported just that easily.
Mhm.
Not to talk shit about the dead, R.I.P. that dude.
Yeah, that's really fucking sad. I couldn't exactly why I can't say anything because you don't know how you would deal with that situation if you're in his shoes,
There's
how
really,
you would feel.
yeah, there's really
fucked
not
up for
much.
life.
I feel like there's not much info about stuff from that kid's perspective who passed away, because there's barely any pictures of him. They
Yeah.
showed the same 4 pictures over and over again.
The same clip.
Yeah, same clips over and over again. Like, it just seemed like some dude that didn't take pictures often, was not in any videos, but was just like a big part of young Lean's early years or whatever. What'd you think about the documentary? You thought it was just really sad?
Yeah, I just thought it was sad. I was like very surprised that he was hella foreign.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the whole thing was subtitled pretty much, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's what makes it more, like, I wish we it would be very
I never knew about Young Lean
at all.
No.
Never heard of him at all.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Like,
I've never heard one of those songs.
you were never like heavy on YouTube, just like always, you know how we are now, like how we always go to subscriptions, go to home, and like we're just like, what is there to watch?
Yeah.
Like, you never been like that early in their
No.
like 2012,
Not until,
2013?
like, recently, like when I moved to San Diego is when I got more into YouTube.
Really?
Like I've always been tapped into YouTube in a way, but like basic level, like you know, like the most poppin' people.
That's so funny because you're 3-4 years younger than me. You're 23 and I'm 26.
You know me though. I'm not like
No,
I
I
don't
know.
know anything. I'm so oblivious to like everything going
But
on.
it feels I feel like before I met you, like in my mind, I always thought, like, I was like, in my mind, because I was so invested in YouTube, I would watch everything in YouTube, and everything that happens in YouTube, that's a big deal. It feels like it's a big deal to everyone. But then, like, I always think that, like, everyone who's my age, and then for sure everyone who's younger is keeping up with this. And then, like, you know, I meet people like you, and then there's like other people who just don't keep up with YouTube stuff at all, even though it feels like it's so huge and like the biggest part of like my universe. Like, some people just don't even keep up with it at all. It's pretty crazy.
I know. I feel like out of all my friends, I feel like I'm the most tapped into YouTube.
But
Like
yeah,
like
exactly.
they go to me like asking about YouTube shit.
Really?
Yeah.
But you said you used to watch Sam Pepper, right? And that
Yeah,
was
like,
early. That was like
I wa-
2012,
like
2013.
like I said, I've always been.
You watched it a
tapped
little
into
bit?
YouTube, but it's mostly like the big people that I've watched.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
What I'm saying? Where
Uh-huh.
you like watch the underground side of shit, I guess.
That's because that's how I was introduced to YouTube. Where like for me, for some reason, as soon as big numbers are involved, there's like a level of corniness that kind of like falls into my head for
Yeah.
some sort of
And I
prejudice
see
that I have. You
Now
know what I
that
mean? Like,
yeah.
and it's weird because, like, I don't know, like some huge people avoid that. You know what I mean? Some huge people like just avoid that
And are
that feeling of
genuine.
corniness and are genuine. But I don't know, like some people that I do see, like, I don't know, when I think of huge numbers, I think of toy channels, like, hey, look at this toy, blah blah, like, and then 10 million
Remember
views.
Fred? That's
Exactly.
like when I started watching shit. Is like I remember I would love watching Fred.
How old is Fred now?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I
I
w-
remember I saw him at Vidcon. I
Really?
was like, oh my god, that's fucking Fred.
Did you take a picture with him?
No.
Are you taller than him?
That's a good story to tell, actually.
How you got to VidCon? You should tell that. I remember you told me and you were so hyped about it. I've never been to. You know what?
No, it was a bad.
Even how heavy and big I am into YouTube, I've never been to VidCon or any big event like that. Just because, like, mostly money stuff or whatever. I just like couldn't go out of my way enough. And you went all the way from San Francisco to fucking go to a. You should tell that story
Yeah, well.
right now.
Okay. Pretty much, I think I was 16. It was my junior year summer going into senior year.
You were 16, so I was 17, 18, 19. So I was 19. I was smoking in the parking lot of my very first job, probably, just
And
like
I've
watching
never
you
smoked anything.
at all yet.
Still, yeah.
Damn.
Because this was going into my senior year.
Okay.
And I was friends with these girls that liked YouTube shit too, and they were pretty much asking me and my friend Karina if we wanted to go to VidCon with them.
Uh-huh.
And I remember my dad was in Hawaii, and so I was just with my mom because I was doing like back and forth stuff because my parents were divorced, and we did that 50-50 whatever.
Uh-huh.
And oh my god, it's so embarrassing to talk about. But I knew my parents would not let me go to LA, like driving with.
It's not embarrassing because I feel like everyone deals with that
Yeah.
stuff. I used to deal with this. My parents were so strict on me. I told you, like, I remember my dad, until like I was like 16, 17 years old, my dad would, like, on the weekends, he'd be like, you can't leave the house until 3 p.m. and you have to be home by 8. Like, that was the fucking rules for me. Like, it was like crazy.
No, my
like
parents were way more lenient.
that. And
than
there was
that.
no way I could ever be like, hey mom,
But
dad,
I
I'm
knew-
gonna go to San Francisco with my friends for the weekend to skate.
Exactly.
They would be like, fuck
Yeah,
no. They're
my
like, get the
parents
fuck
were
out of here.
never gonna say, okay, you can go. Your fucking friend that's like 16 can drive you to LA. Like,
That was not
for the
Was
weekend.
that legal?
I think the friend that drove us was 18, but like all of us were. I was 16, and then I think 2 of them were 15, so we were all fucking young as fuck.
But even that, like your parents probably be like, your old 18-year-old friend's gonna drive. He's like, what are you guys gonna do? Like, it just seems.
like, it's
I'd probably be
not
that
okay.
parent. I'd probably be.
Yes, it's super sketchy.
Okay.
So I was like, my dad for sure is not gonna say yes. I'm definitely not even gonna try to ask him. But my mom, I'm gonna try to like see what I could do. So I told my mom, I lied,
Of course.
and I told my
White
mom,
lie.
a white lie. I told my mom that
It's
I
like
was
not full truth. It's like half truths almost, like a little
I
bit.
told my mom that I was going to go to Disneyland with my friend Karina
That's all the way
and
out
her
here.
family, because I knew she wouldn't ask her parents because her parents only spoke Spanish.
Oh,
But
okay.
I knew if I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Disneyland, like she would let me go.
Uh-huh.
And so
As long as you're with her family, it's like
yeah, so she was like, okay, like you can go, and she gave me some like $100, and that's all I like lived off of that whole fucking weekend. I went to VidCon.
$100.
$100.
Where'd you guys stay?
Fucking like a Motel 6.
Who got it?
Something crazy. My friend that was 18.
And you guys all split it 4 ways?
Yeah.
And how much was
So
it
we
each
drove
day?
down. Okay, so we drove down. We go to VidCon. We don't even have tickets for this fucking show. We're just like.
I was
out-
gonna ask, how much do the tickets even cost if you
I
got
don't
$100?
know, but we're like on the outskirts, and we like saw hella people.
Okay.
And pretty much got the same experience. I feel like. So,
So
we
you never
had
even
like.
got in?
No, we never even like we got into like the convention center, but like we never like got to like go to fucking
A meet and greet
a
or
meet and greet or whatever, you
Okay.
know. So, whatever. It was still a fun weekend. We went to LA and shit. Got to do Earth Cafe, Beverly Hills, all that stuff.
take hella pictures.
And then I come back home. I'm like, okay, chill. Like, nobody knows a thing.
Oh,
We're
so you
all
already got back
good.
home to SF from
Yes.
LA, from VidCon and everything?
And remember, like I said in the beginning of this podcast,
Is
my
this
dad-
before Instagram and Snapchat and all that stuff?
No. This is like during Instagram, Twitter. Twitter's just popping.
Okay.
My dad's a teacher, and he would tweet out like assignments. Like, he had a Twitter, you
Okay,
know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
my friend Karina was posting about the whole trip, and but I wasn't posting anything because I knew my dad had a fucking Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And I come back home, everything's chill. All of a sudden, I'm hanging out with my friends. We're having a great time. This is like the first day back. My dad's still in Hawaii, but I get a call from him. Ring, ring, ring. So, how was Disneyland?
Oh, because he talked to your mom, too.
And he was like, wait, I mean, how was VidCon? And I was like,
Oh,
oh my God. I rushed my ass to my house, and I told my mom, well, obviously I was talking to my dad. He was like, pretty much, you're fucking done. Like, you're grounded for this whole summer.
No.
Yeah, so I rushed home, told my mom, like, I gave her my phone. I was like, I'm just telling you now, like, I lied. I went to VidCon. I never went to Disneyland with Karina's family. I said that because I knew you were going to ask. And I spilled, like, my guts. And I was trapped in the house all summer. People were, like, tweeting hashtag free Rylee.
Because you were grounded?
Yes, the whole summer.
Jeez.
It was so fucking bad. But now that I'm, like, looking back at it, like,
What if you're
it was so irresponsible. Like,
fireworks? We just heard like 3 loud explosions, but I think it's fireworks.
yeah, I think it's fireworks. Anyways, if I was a parent, I would definitely not let my daughter go at 16 years
I was
old.
gonna
you
say,
know?
only
Like,
to another
it was so
city.
stupid of me to even think that would be okay, or I would get away with that shit. The truth comes to light at any moment. I learned my fucking lesson.
Dude.
That was so bad.
Honestly, like, my dad had this, like, effect on me my
Like,
whole
I was
childhood.
like, fuck, I really fucked up. I disappointed my parents.
You remember
Max.
the episode about disappointing them?
Yes, I was like, damn, like, they're never gonna trust me again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was a pretty big
You were in
lie.
that episode about disappointing them. You're upset that, like, oh, now I can't ask for shit no more because they won't trust me again.
Well, no, fucking disappointing them is bad, too. Like, I don't want to be, like, I love my parents, too, you know? I don't want to be on bad
I would have been like,
terms.
Mom, you can ground me as long as you want. I'm about to be 18. I'm about to be out of here. Deuces.
I was like, the opposite. Me and my mom are close, you know that.
Yeah.
Same with my
But
dad.
when you're kids, you talk differently. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck
I
this.
was just like crying the whole time.
I
in my room.
bet. It's my fault. I should know. I should just went to Disneyland with my friends.
And I remember like going to registration for senior year, and my friends were there like helping through the walkthrough or whatever, and they came up to my mom asking like, "Can Rylee come out with us tonight?" She was like, "No."
Wow.
I was like, "Damn."
You should have just like.
I was about to be a senior. She did not let that shit slide.
You should have like cleaned up the whole house
shit,
and
nope.
made breakfast.
Oh, I did. You know, I fucking did the next day. I was scrubbing the floors and shit. I had nothing to do. I was the maid.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I remember like
I learned my lesson.
I remember being grounded for periods of time like that where the first couple of days it goes from like, I fucking hate this situation, can't wait to be out of here, I ain't doing shit, blah blah, and then a couple of days later you're just like washing everything, you're like, please just let me out of here, the whole house is clean, like everything's clean, just please.
I begged, but nope. I never got let out once.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Anyways,
if my daughter lied to me like that, I'd be like,
yeah, I can't believe I lied like that.
I'd be like, you know
mom.
what, I'm gonna report all your friends for felonies.
That was really bad. That was really bad. But I will tell you, I learned my lesson from that night.
You did worse shit probably after that.
No, I did not. That was like the worst thing.
The craziest thing. I'm trying to
That
think
was
like.
Yeah, that was pretty bad to me.
I'm trying to think like when I was still under my parents' thumb of fucking tyranny. What was the worst thing that I did that kind of crossed the boundary like that?
Oh,
I
you're
never.
bad.
The thing is, I started getting bad when I was like 17, 18. Like when I was already like, my parents would be like, okay, you can like on the weekends you could stay out till 10, and then I'd be like, I'm coming home at 11, 12, and like it's shit like that. But like when I was like still under when my dad and mom were super super strict on me, I think like the worst thing I did was I remember I told you when I was in high school I would always be ditching. Like once I used to be so scared of breaking any rules, but then once once Chris Kurdian, which I can't wait till we have the Chris Kurdian episode because that's gonna be really funny, because we have so many episodes. So many stories from high school.
He has stories. I feel like
we have so many stories together. Like we have crazy stories together that I probably don't even remember. That he probably remembers. Like, dude,
God,
so much shit. Wait, hold on. What was I saying? I completely forgot. I got threw off track.
Fuck, I forgot too.
God
Damn it.
No, it wasn't even a topic I had written down. It was something that I wanted to say. Jesus Christ, whatever. Maybe we'll remember sometime in the future, or we'll talk about it on the Chris Curran episode. But this reminds me of a story that I want to tell that revolves around my high school days, which is when I was in high school, like from 10th grade to 11th grade, and like maybe like around the first half of senior year, every day at the end of school we would all meet up at this place called Orange Gate, which is like one of the exits of our high school, and that's where we would all our friends would like wait for each other. I would wait for Alan, for Enrique, this dude called Liam, and then like I think there's probably some other dudes I don't remember, but it was like 4 or 5 dudes we would wait for, and then we would skate down the street to my homie Enrique's house, and we were all like 15, 16 years old. I think Enrique was 15 years old at the time, and I know he was 15 years old at the time, and his mom was just cool with the fact that we would smoke in his bedroom or whatever. She did not care. Like my mom would fucking die. Oh wait, that's my story. I remembered. This reminds me. So I was talking about what's the worst thing I did under my parents' like thumb when my parents were super strict on me, and it was basically I went to high school one day. My friend Art Jordan, his younger brother is Maurice Jordan, he's a huge skateboarder now. But I was homies with Art Jordan, his older brother, and one day I come to school, Art's like, yo, it's my birthday today, blah blah, and I was like, oh shit, it's your birthday, and I would always find excuses to jump out of school. So I was like, bro, let's jump out of school. I have like $20 or I have $10 or something. I was like, let's go get some weed, go to my bedroom and hotbox. My parents are gonna be home for hours, so like let's go like smoke and chill. I think Chris wasn't at school that day and everyone else wasn't down, so it was just me and Art. We jump out of school, get hella weed, go to my my parents' apartment or whatever, and then we go to my bedroom and just start chilling, rolling up blunts and smoking. And like this is before my parents even knew I smoked and shit. And then me and my homie Art are just like playing Skate 3, fucking smoking in my bedroom. Everything is like chilling, we're having a good time. And then boom, my fucking bedroom door just opens. I'm like, what? And it's my fucking dad. And like my mom's strict, but my dad's super strict. And my dad's like opens the door to a hotbox room. He's like, what the fuck? Looks at my homie Art. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, stand up, get the fuck out of
Ooh,
here.
I'd be so
And then
scared.
Art, all my homies are always scared of my dad. My fucking homie Art just like stands up, fucking like gets out of there. He like looks back at me like, oh man, like you're fucked,
See you
basically.
later.
Yeah, exactly. See you later. He fucking dips out, does whatever he wants. It's his fucking birthday and shit. And then dude, my dad was so fucking pissed off, and I think I was like grounded for like a month, and it was like a super shitty time. And my dad's just like,
Yep.
he's like, he was making me feel so bad. He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
he's like, I came from another country to United States of America to fucking find you a better life, and you're over here smoking
Ooh.
narcotics in our bedroom, blah, blah, blah. He was so fucking pissed off about that shit, and they were just
He
so
hit you
bummed.
with the, I came to America to give you a better life.
I know, exactly. And even
Woo,
my
my-
mom would always usually defend me whenever
I
my
feel like
dad was
my-
too strict, but
Mhm.
because it involved me smoking, my mom was like, no.
My dad
She's
for
like,
sure
"Get
heard
grounded."
that, I feel like. Because my grandpa did the same thing for him. So he for sure heard that shit.
That
too.
fucking thing, like,
Mhm.
oh,
I
did
came to America
for your ass.
Mhm.
You fucked us up.
Damn.
Oh yeah, so
Anyways, your story.
the story. So we would always meet up at the Orange Gate, meet all my friends. We would skate down to my homie's house. His mom was cool with us smoking in the bedroom, and down the street from my homie's house was a medical shop. Can you order weed?
Right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
I already heard the story.
Oh yeah, you already heard the
So-
story, exactly. And then so we
I'm
would always
still listening though.
we would head down to the medical shop from my homie's house, and then this medical shop was super not legal. This was before legalization. This was like in 2010. So like this is when it was the wild west when it came to fucking buying marijuana in the United States, or at least in California. And this medical shop had this type of situation where everyone in there was so lenient and cool, where as soon as you walk in, if you look old enough, they're gonna ask you like, are you a returning patient or a new patient? And then my friend Enrique quickly found out that like all you have to do is walk in there and be like, hey, I'm a returning patient, and then they're like, okay, go ahead, like walk on in. They don't check your ID, they don't write your name down, they don't do any like type of information gathering. They just let you walk in, buy weed, and like walk out. This is, I'm telling you, back in the day, wild west. No one gave a fuck. There's no rules around this shit. And so my friend Enrique was 15 years old, and he looked old enough to where he was 15 years old. He looked old enough to where they just like let this dude slide. And then Enrique was doing it. Enrique told the story to all of us. I was always too pussy to try it. I think I might have tried it. They didn't let me, but I think I never tried it because I didn't want to burn it out and all this stuff. And then my homie. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh shit! Hey, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I'm not sure if everyone else heard that, but I don't know. I wish there was a way to pause it. Dude, thank you so much for the $5 regardless. But either way, so my homie Enrique was able to go to the shop. My homie Alan, I think he was 15, 16 years old also. He was also able to go to the shop using the old I've been here before method. And then this shop randomly starts announcing like, oh, we have a blunt rolling competition. And then my homie Enrique enters the blunt rolling competition, and like the winner gets an ounce or something like that. And he literally entered a blunt rolling competition in a medical shop at the age of 15. Like even for the blunt rolling competition, there was no like, hey, what's your ID, what's your name, blah blah. It was just like, all right, you guys come through on this day, roll the best blunts out of this weed, and then winner gets this. It was like so random. So that's basically the story. My 15-year-old homie Enrique at the time, I was probably 15,
Entered a
16 too.
blunt rolling
He entered a
competition.
blunt rolling competition in a weed shop, and no one gave a fuck. And it honestly,
But he didn't win.
nothing ever happened to that shop. That shop never got in trouble.
I
Never.
wish you won.
Oh yeah, I know, right? If he won, it would have been
That would've
ridiculous.
been- that would have been the cherry on top.
Dude, we have so many random stories of just like stuff that's happened in his bedroom. Like I've gone in fights with my homie Nikita in his bedroom where we literally gone in fist fights where we're fucking shit up, like shelves are falling over, books are falling over, like monitors are falling over and shit. And then like there was a situation where his mom came in, she's like, what are you guys doing? You guys are fighting. She's like, go outside. Like she would kick us out like when we got too crazy. Oh my god, dude. And then like because we would skate through the streets, we would find all these like older random homies, and sometimes we would invite like random old dudes, like no homo pause, but just like who would drop money on weed, and like we were just like, okay, this fool's cool, and like we would just invite them to this fool's house. It was so random, dude. I wonder if he still lives there. It would be so funny if he did. I got the confirmation for the thing. This is something that I wanted to talk about. Was my coworker Vashti. She does a lot of no jumpers. I don't know exactly what everything she does, but I know she does is she for sure posts on the no jumper Instagram and stuff like that. And she recently created like a media planner, but it's like a media planner meant for like content creators, meant for anyone with a YouTube channel, Twitch account, like Instagram, anything like that. It's like, it's not just a calendar, it's like literally a whole book with different variations of a calendar where you can kind of choose the one that fits you, where there's a money counting one where you can count your savings and like count how much money you spend for the month, which we have to use that. That's a perfect yeah, exactly, that's a perfect book for us to use. And then
it's like the perfect
exactly
planner.
When I first like heard just like saw it on the table, I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool idea. And then when I was looking through it, I was like, this is
everything we need,
everything you fucking need. It's like, so especially for like content creators, like we announced this like 2-3 episodes ago, but we started a Patreon for anyone that wants to support this this podcast, like just like monthly or whatever, so we can be able to get better equipment and all that stuff. We started a Patreon, and on that Patreon there's like a $5 tier, $10 tier, and a $20 tier, and like we promise extra podcasts and stuff like that. And I was telling Rylee, like, it's gonna get hard for us to keep up with like everything that we have to produce every month for like everything that we promised on the Patreon and all that shit. And this booklet is gonna be like a perfect way to keep up with all that stuff, so we don't forget. And I wish thank you so much. €5. Holy shit, we got hey, shout out to Ireland. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, dude. And basically, yeah, it's a perfect booklet. I'm gonna leave Vashti's Instagram in the description once we're done with this podcast. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a really good planner, and I think she's selling it.
So it's amazing.
And she's selling it through her Instagram bio. You'll be able to find it through her Instagram. I'll try to find it.
It's gonna keep us organized for sure.
Yeah,
we need it.
Especially for the
when I
the
saw
whole.
It, I was like, I fucking need that. I don't care.
Especially for the whole money situation thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? I'm not even following it. Her Instagram is King Vashti. King Vashti. Vashti. How are you feeling after Kyla's? The last time we did this podcast,
good. I already drank one whole one before this, and
I know.
I'm pretty much done with this.
I honestly didn't even finish this one all the way. Hold on, let me drink too.
Wow.
Let me finish this one. Killed. Last time we did this, you only drank one, and at the end of it, as soon as we ended the stream, Riley's like, "I'm drunk." She's like,
I was like, I'm scared to watch that back because I feel like I was a little blacked out in the middle.
Really?
Not blacked out, like, but I just like don't remember what I could have said.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So
maybe it might be the case for this one.
I also just feel like I talk so much. You probably know from living with me for the past year that I talk a lot.
Which I love.
No, you don't.
I'm more of a listener.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking your ear off, or I'm just like talking about all this random shit. You're just like,
you're my Snapple fact of the day.
Snapple facts, like a million of them.
He's my living Snapple fact.
Oh god.
You are. You teach me something new every single day. I swear to God.
Dude, I remember my mom told me that when I was a kid, like whenever we would take road trips, she said that I would talk the whole way there and the whole way back, and she said sometimes I'd be like, "Mom, I'm tired of talking." Like I'd like complain that my mouth hurts because I was talking so much. Jesus Christ.
No.
I talk too much. Dude, in this lighting, your diamond really blings. What about mine?
I got a star. Yep. Disco ball. Shout out to Cali Jewel.
Space Goes Dope. When we went to go
Gems.
get these gems, Space Goes Dope Perp really, and a couple other people really wanted me to get a full, like whatever I did to this tooth, they wanted me to do to every single tooth I have. But it's completely possible. Two problems. It costs $200. And number two, well, actually, the main problem is my bottom row of teeth. It's kind of something I'm very, like, not super insecure about, but I just don't like my bottom row of teeth. They're really, really crooked, especially in the middle. There's no way you could put diamonds on that. Like, she'd be like, ugh. She would, like, there's no way.
Oh my God.
It would not look nice if I did the diamond thing on the bottom. It would accentuate the fucking crookedness.
You should just do it. Fuck it. It'll be art.
To spend $200 on diamond teeth or a bejeweled teeth.
If you got it.
It's cement. Oh, what the?
Yeah, no, it's not. It is cement. It's a little
loose.
Bulky.
Oh yeah, it is a little bulky. The main thing I'm kind of thinking about is everywhere this
Just
gem
the
is.
gem I got. Yours are tinier.
Everywhere,
Mine is,
but everywhere these gems are sitting, like we can't brush that point of our tooth. So I'm wondering what's happening under the cement or glue or whatever. Like, is it gonna stay white, or is it gonna get
my
yellow,
coworker
yellow,
was
yellower?
like, you have to like brush your teeth properly, or else it's gonna stain your tooth really bad. She told me that, and I was like, oh.
Oh, because you're gonna see the outline.
Her friend does the tooth gems. She does the application of it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Because you're gonna see the outline of the thing, right? Oh my god, that's how they get you. We're gonna have to go back for teeth whitening.
I know. Ding.
What I'm wondering about the teeth whitening, if teeth whitening is like a natural process where they just like pressure wash your teeth until they're white, I'll do it. But if they're just like painting them white, like I don't want to do that. That doesn't seem healthy or good. You would do it.
They're not gonna pressure wash your teeth white.
I would pressure wash my teeth. That seems like the best way to clean them.
That's not what they're gonna do. They're gonna definitely put like a paste or something.
No, you see, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Because like I've been thinking
gel.
about it for the cement or glue. Like she said, it after 4 months it falls off.
And
but
she says that you could just polish it off. She could take it off for us whenever we want to take it off.
Just by ripping it off.
Well, she'll probably she probably has.
I don't want to rip any off
No,
because
she probably has a solution to take it off, and then she'll polish the tooth off for us.
we could just rinse her mouth with rubbing alcohol, or even
I definitely want to see her to remove it.
Really?
Whenever we're ready to remove it.
You said you're gonna rip it off.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You said I'm gonna take it off myself.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
When did I say that?
When we were there, you're like, I'm gonna take it off.
That's big lies. What's next on the list?
Next on the list is something that I wanted to talk about.
That's close to your heart.
It's not close to my heart. Well, maybe it is. It is about Russia.
Exactly.
But this is something that we saw on Philip DeFranco News on YouTube, and he was basically talking about how it was Philip DeFranco. Clubhouse is like this new app. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it already. It's like I haven't used it yet, but some sort of app where it's basically like a giant group call, and a lot of celebrities are starting to use it to, be able to talk to each other, and they'll have moderators in there who can moderate the people in the call, and they'll even let fans participate, or whoever, like random people in the phone call participate. And like it's pretty random because some of the calls I saw are like 58 people. It's like, how do you let 58 people talk unless some people are there just to listen? You know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't know, it's very strange. And probably everyone in there is probably recording the phone calls on top of it, trying to post it immediately after. But it was a big deal that Elon Musk had did a Clubhouse call with, who did he call? He had a Clubhouse call with someone, like I forgot who it was. It was a big celebrity. Kanye West. Sorry, there we go. Elon Musk and Kanye West had some sort of Clubhouse call. It was not even like a big deal because they didn't even talk about anything that crazy. Yeah, there was like no exactly. If there's no coverage about it, then that means nothing interesting was said. Yeah, exactly. Imagine having a conversation with Kanye. He's probably still sad now. He's losing Kim Kardashian.
It's really sad, actually.
You think so? You hated him. You don't even like him.
But you never know how that situation is. It's a fucking sad.
It's more sad for the kids.
They have kids. They have hella kids.
Yeah, 4. It's more sad for them.
Yeah, so it is a sad situation.
But anyways, Elon Musk had a Clubhouse call with Kanye West a while ago, and then it was announced, and we heard through the Philip DeFranco show that Elon Musk he either tweeted out or made some sort of public statement where he said, I want to have a conversation with Putin via Clubhouse. And apparently the Russian government said, like, we're down with this, and like we're gonna get in the works to make this like happen. So in Russian terms of in the works basically means like they're gonna write a script of some sort, and they're probably gonna try to think of every question that's gonna be asked, and like ways Putin can counter it. He's gonna fucking study all this shit or whatever. It's gonna be very, very documented. But this is gonna be very interesting because
Clubhouse is such a random place.
Yeah,
to do
right.
this
Number one, Clubhouse is such a random place to do this fucking like. This is a big deal. This is like some political fucking shit. Like, and it's happening over a new fucking app that we don't even know how secure it is. But it doesn't even really need to be secure unless you can.
It's just random.
Yeah, just random, right? The main thing I'm just trying to worry about is depending on the security of the app. Like, a person who's like really good with computers might be able to triangulate like your location depending on where you're calling from, and then maybe like Putin or Elon Musk they don't want to know, like, people to know where they're exactly making that phone call from. So I don't know exactly like why are they choosing this app? Why not FaceTime or like a phone call or even like some like satellite phone that's more secure? Zoom, like, I don't know, it's just so random that it has to be Clubhouse. But I feel like the fact that it's Clubhouse is like a
Uvu.
What the hell's Uvu? I've never even heard of that.
You never heard of Uvu?
No.
Video chat.
Is it like
It's like Skype.
Huh. Or like Omegle?
No, it's called Uvu. It's like Sky.
I've never heard of it.
Like video call.
But I'm wondering if like the fact that they're doing it on what's it called? Phone booth? Wait, what the I already said
Phone booth.
I said the name and I already forgot. Clubhouse. Whatever. We should start an app called Phone Booth. I wonder if the fact that they're doing it on Clubhouse is like it's like a featured by this popular brand or type. It's like I wonder if it helps to get it more views in a way. Like more kids are gonna be like, oh, let me listen in on this phone call. Oh shit. Yo, what's up, dog?
There's a rat.
Where? Where? You're lying.
No, we just walked across.
Don't scare Rylee like that. She just left. Was it?
It was right behind your head.
Oh my.
It was that ass right behind her.
Oh my fucking god. What do we do? Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. Wait, come back. We have to finish this. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Babe, let's switch seats. I don't even know where she went. She just left, dude. What the fuck? Wait, was there really a giant rat behind her head? Are you guys serious? What the? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna grab like some sort of spray and see if I can spray this. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go try to get Rylee back. Give me 1 second. Babe, come back. Babe. Babe, are you coming? Come back, it's fine. No, yeah, sure. I sprayed it, it's fine. It's fine, just come back. Just come back, it's fine. I'm telling you, I sprayed a bunch of chemicals. They're not gonna come back, dude. I'm telling you the truth.
Where was it? It was on the vine?
No, it wasn't on the vine. It wasn't on the vine. I don't know where it was. Doke said it was right behind your head. Just come back. We have to finish the show. We can't not finish it. Don't let this rat ruin the fucking podcast.
What happened?
We're talking about some serious political shit. We can't stop this now. You know what? Hold on. I'll just tell Doge to call us just in case he sees anything else.
No,
Yes.
This is my phobia.
Okay, let's switch seats.
Imagine this was giant spiders.
I'll sit through it for the podcast. I'd endure it.
You're fucking...
They can't even hear you though. They can't even hear what you're saying.
Anyways, I'm fucking scared.
Oh.
Babe, I'm scared. Why are you looking in that direction?
I was just double checking. I'm just looking. I'm literally just double checking. I think it's fine. I don't think our rats.
Change my spot.
Okay, let's change spots. We have to change headphones. Actually, no, it's fine. Actually, no, yeah, we do have to change
That's
headphones.
fine. What the fuck? This is not funny. This is not funny, guys.
Here's your
This
blankie.
is a true phobia.
Oh god.
Okay, so Putin and Elon, let's go.
What if I get attacked by a rat while we're doing this? Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
I think they're saying that it was literally right here on this ledge. Do you want to relocate to the bedroom? To the house for the next episodes?
Yeah, probably. This
Really?
is literally traumatizing.
I know how much you hate this, so that's why. The chat's probably enjoying it, but I don't know.
I know.
You're probably.
That was a fucking raw reaction right there.
Jesus Christ! You just ran out of here. Now,
I dropped the headphones.
now I'm scared. Where the fuck is this fucking rat, dude? I hope Doge wasn't fucking with us. Imagine he was. I feel weird getting back into this conversation now.
So.
Okay, so I was basically talking about how this conversation's happening on Clubhouse or phone booth. And basically this is very interesting because Putin and anyone related to the Russian government who's like a high official, they don't do interviews with like free press. Like they only do it's kind of like Trump. They only do interviews with people who are going to make them look good. They're not going to do interviews where you're going to ask them like, you know, the tough questions about their, you know, shady shit they've done or whatever. Especially the president of Russia, Putin.
Yeah.
And he's done a bunch of sketchy shit that a lot of people have tried to call him out for, but there's never ever an appropriate situation to do it in the Russian government or like in the Russian media.
Yeah,
Anyone who talks bad about Putin or Russia in like on YouTube or any type of media in Russia, you're basically you might get arrested and like taken down or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you smiling because of my hair?
No, I'm smiling because I'm fucking anxious.
I think it's fine. I
don't want to see a tail.
I just sprayed so much chemicals that probably smell like crazy that he's not gonna want to come back. I'm telling you. And I think it's anti-rat spray too that I have right there.
It says spider and scorpion.
I was trying to lie to you.
You fucking liar. Do you guys see how easy he lies to my face?
Josh, it's a white lie.
That scares me.
It's a white lie. I'm trying to like make you feel better.
That's placebo. No.
A scorpion is basically a rat.
Where did you get that spray? That's so random. Spider and scorpion spray.
Because I wanted to get spider spray. I guess spiders are related to scorpions or something. Anyways, so like I said, Putin and whoever else is related to the Russian government, they don't do free press at all. And like especially for Putin to be put in a situation where he's gonna do some sort of like interview where he actually has to answer tough questions, like I don't see it. And the fact that he's agreeing to do this conversation with Elon Musk is like I'm starting to wonder that I don't think. Basically, Elon Musk is kind of in a very unique situation where a lot of people want to have this, you know, public conversation with Putin to be like, why have you been president for 20 years? Why have you done this? Why have you done that? Like, why, you know, like basically there's a lot of shit you can ask him. And like a lot of people have wanted to do it, but no one's had the opportunity to do it. And now Elon Musk has this like once in a lifetime opportunity to basically speak for the people, because a lot of people in Russia are not happy with the government, and basically speak for the people, try to do something better for the, you know, humanity and all. And there might be a chance that his conversation is going to be literally just about how he can get Tesla into Russia, because Tesla right now there's no dealers in Russia. You can only get a Tesla in Russia if you're a really rich person who like gets it shipped over, and like you get your own fucking charger installed and stuff like that. But do
you think that's what the conversation's going to be, or do you think Elon is going to ask him the hard-hitting questions? I feel like that's what the conversation's going to be.
I don't know what the point of the conversation is.
Exactly, because it's like, how much are you going to really get out of him?
Putin, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm wondering is like, why did Elon even announce the fact that he wanted? Because he didn't add any context. All he said was
clickbait, baby.
All he said I want to talk to Putin. So it's just like, is he gonna talk to Putin so he can get, you know, some sort of business venture inside of Russia? Because there's a lot of land in Russia. You know what I mean? There's a lot of money to be made in Russia, but Russia's very corrupt. Where all the big cities are, there's a couple big cities, but all the cities are poor. All the fucking like. Republics are very poor. Like everything's completely corrupt in Russia, and there's like a lot of documentation about this. And I wanted to talk about this on some of the previous 10 talks that recently, about a month ago, I think I even talked about this, that a YouTube video got posted by this dude who talks bad about he's like a Russian guy who's like he's a journalist, but he collects information about how corrupt the Russian government is. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. And basically he's arrested right now. He's like in a Russian jail, and there's like a lot of protests even in America to try to get this guy out. And he posted a YouTube video on his channel. It's like a 2-hour video, and it got 85 million views in a week, which is retarded. Like that's literally ridiculous. And this whole video is about Putin's palace, which is like his house, which is basically such a huge estate that it's like it has like hundreds of employees, it has a helicopter pad, it has like all types of shit. And then he's just like, dude, there's so many struggling republics in Russia, and then this fool has a fucking like a fantasy palace, you know what I mean, like has a fucking house. Like it's literally retarded. So like we're gonna have to see like what's gonna happen with this conversation. Is Elon Musk gonna take this opportunity to speak for the people? And also, you know what else is gonna make this interesting as well is Elon Musk's like the way he looks. I feel like to a lot of people in the world right now is he kind of seems like he's for humanity, right? He kind of seems like he's a good guy, like quote unquote. Like he doesn't seem like a greedy businessman. He doesn't seem like he wants to
Yeah.
destroy the land or like fuck people over to make money. He seems like an actual genuine good business guy for some reason, like just the way the media displays him or the way he displays himself. But I feel like after this conversation, depending on how it goes, people are either going to look at Elon Musk like a greedy businessman who just wants to make money, or he might, call out Putin for all his shit.
Yeah.
But maybe there's like a third route that I'm not thinking
Maybe
of.
he will call out Putin. I feel like he might.
How long have we had the door open?
I don't know.
I haven't seen the cats come out. I think it's
Lola's
fine.
in the room,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm pretty sure Luffy's just chilling.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, that would be very interesting. There's
I'm
still
interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see if it's gonna happen.
same.
And yeah.
We're gonna have to
Questions
download.
he asks.
We're gonna have to download phone booth or Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
We're gonna have to download Clubhouse. Imagine we can get inside the phone call. Imagine
We
like
hack in.
not
like
hack in.
fucking Hyponic
I don't know.
style.
I don't know how.
Boom.
I don't know how we just fly through with the helicopter.
I know.
I don't know how it works, but like imagine like there's like something where if you're early enough, you can just like enter the group. Imagine we're able to enter the group and like be a part of the conversation. That'd be really interesting.
So.
And those are all the fucking topics I had written down. Maybe you know what I also really want to talk about that
What?
you would have way more info about than I would.
Hmm.
And this is something that I was already thinking, but The Bachelor is something that everyone's heard of.
Oh wow, you actually want to talk about
Not-
it. This was one of my topic ideas,
Well-
but I felt like you wouldn't want to be done.
Well, you always say, not always say, but sometimes you say like, you wouldn't want to talk about that, but I would because it's like a big deal. I would want to talk about anything that's like a big deal. And The Bachelor is something that everyone's heard of. I've only watched shit that I watched with you,
Yeah.
but I've heard of The Bachelor my whole life.
Mhm.
Like, when I was a kid with my sisters watching fucking WWE before they turned to WWF. Like, I remember The Bachelor advertisements and all that stuff. And you said it's been on air for 20 years
Yep.
already, right? Since when?
2000.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
So like 21
20
years?
Yeah, almost 21 years.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Yep.
since 2000 The Bachelor's been on air.
And they've had the same host since.
They've had the same host, but the most interesting part is The Bachelor's about like one guy who dates 16 or 20 women,
Now it's like 25 women.
but it started off with like less?
I feel like 12 women. I think
Oh,
it
really?
started off with 12 women or something
It's
like
basically
that.
like a guy who dates many women, like numerous women, and he
And
finds
every week he eliminates
every week he
a
eliminates
couple
one of them,
women.
and he has to find within a month, right, or something like that.
A wife. Yeah,
he has to
proposes.
find one of them to propose to because he's gonna get like engaged to them, and then like
Every week they have like group dates and like crazy
Yeah.
challenges they have to do.
they make it seem like a big deal, like you have to get married by the end of this,
Mhm.
but you're engaged. You
Yeah,
can
you're
always you can always
engaged.
get disengaged. You can always be like, no, I'm over this or whatever. So it's like you have to get engaged by the end of the month.
A lot of
basically.
people literally never get married or
Really?
get divorced. Yeah, or break up,
Yeah, because it's
but
just like imagine
Some people do like stay together and they actually have families and shit, but
within the first month I knew I
majority.
wanted to marry you, so
Aww.
I would be happy with my choice there. But imagine, within a month having to choose someone you have to live with for the rest of your life.
And you like just met them 2 months ago.
Exactly.
And you only went on maybe one kind of date, but you had a camera in your face the whole time.
the whole time, and you're talking to like 10 other girls or
And
whatever.
it's a produced ass date where produced drama
Yeah.
happens and shit.
So just coincidentally, around the same time, Rylee and I got together, The Bachelor came out with this new season where they had their very first black bachelor. Every other bachelor for 20 years has been white, and then now, with all the different social stuff that's been brought up since 2019, 2020, like it feels like no one cared about this stuff. And then now, these past 3 years, now that it's like a big deal, and like if you're a company that like kind of promotes like this type of stuff, then people give you like a thumbs up type stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Now the Bachelor's like, hey, we have a black bachelor.
No,
And it's like, why did
literally-
it take 20 years to have a black bachelor?
And
That's
the way
fucking
they
weird.
announced it, usually you wait to announce the Bachelor at the end of the Bachelorette season, and the Bachelorette season hadn't even started. They announced the first Bachelor, Black Bachelor, the week of the George Floyd riots.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
came out like, our next Bachelor is Matt James, and
They're-
it was like a random guy that nobody knew. He was never on like a Bachelorette.
Yeah, and
season.
usually, like you said, the rules are the
It's on
Bachelor
a
has to be like one of the previous
Yeah,
guys, and
on
this
a-
guy was like a new random guy
random
that
guy.
they chose. So out of all the other, people that were on the black people that were on this show, they didn't choose any of those dudes. They chose this random dude,
Hella
and like you
sus
said,
and
during that
shady.
same time, yeah. So I already brought this up. I was like, this is weird. Like, how
Yeah.
is no one calling out the Bachelor and Chris
No,
Harrison?
people
about,
were. You just.
I wasn't keeping up
Yeah,
enough.
you don't keep up
It just
enough.
felt weird. I was like,
But it is crazy.
even to me, it just felt so disingenuous. That's the number one thing about
Exactly.
it.
When I saw that, I remember waking up saying that. I was like,
That's,
really?
Yeah, exactly. It's
ABC?
like, okay. It's like, what do you? It's almost fucked
That's
up.
so
It's like
forced. Like, it just shows that you're fucking
exactly, like very very weird.
on like trying to be on the trend. I don't know, being
then
weird with that shit.
I was
It
expecting
weird.
because of this very reason for either the Bachelor to be canceled or Chris Harrison to be canceled, but nothing ever happened of that. But then recently, I guess I don't know, like a week ago or something like that, Chris Harrison, I guess one of the contestants, one of the girls was like a Trump supporter, and she
Okay,
had
so
I don't know too much about the story. You should tell this.
So pretty much, a contestant on this new season, Matt James' season, who is the first Black Bachelor, one of the contestants, was called out for being a racist. Like, some girl made a TikTok about her saying like, remember when you made fun of me in high school for liking black guys, and
Oh.
like you're on the Bachelor.
But then she
like,
also had like some sort of Facebook posts or
no,
like
yeah.
tweets
So she
or
was
that
like
were
caught
really weird.
liking pictures like of Trump supporter shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was
And then
linked to
he
Trump
was,
supporters.
there was pictures of her at this antebellum ball for a sorority, which is like a Confederate
Oh yeah, Confederate thing. That's what I heard about.
party
There
or
you go.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
So pretty much she was just linked to hella racist shit.
To racist shit and also Confederate Republic shit, which is kind of like leaking nowadays.
And one of the former bachelorettes, who is the first black bachelorette, is now a host for this TV show called Extra, or I think they do like YouTube shit too for
Uh-huh.
Extra TV. And she did an interview with Chris Harrison, and pretty much they got into it, and Chris Harrison was just like defending this contestant like of all her racist background and shit.
What was he saying?
He was like because she was like, it's a bad look, Chris, like saying that what she was posting was a bad look on her,
Uh-huh.
because it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, was it a bad look in 2018, Rachel, or is it a bad look in 2021? And she was like, it's a bad look all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's never a good look.
And also that kind of proves my point further to the
Yeah.
fact that like he didn't have any black bachelors for 20
And he-
years,
and Chris
and
Harrison
then
was
now
like,
he does it.
the games I was playing on the playground like would never fly these days. Like, what the fuck are you implying?
That's what he
like, what
said?
kind of games were you playing, Chris
the games I
Harrison?
played on the playground.
Yeah.
Honestly, there were some pretty sus games when I was on the fucking playground.
I'm like,
too.
okay, Chris Harrison.
Not
He was just
racist wise,
being-
but just
he
weird
was
wise.
just being like super defendant of her, like defending her and shit.
Yeah.
And it went viral, and all the girls in Matt James season like made a huge post kind of saying like, we do not support the like racial
Uh-huh.
shit, blah blah blah. So it's crazy because this has never happened, like not like it's never happened where all the Bachelor contestants have spoken out against shit against like Chris Harrison.
Yeah.
He was the face of the franchise.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it's
And Josh. his son.
crazy. Joshua, his son.
Joshua.
But yeah, it's fucking insane.
So is he?
Oh yeah, so anyways, with that being said, a lot of people like made petitions for Chris Harrison to be removed from the franchise and stuff, and he posted that he's going to like step away in a big way or whatever.
So he's just stepping down. AKA
yeah, he's not
putting
going to
someone
be
else.
on the Women Tell All. Oh my god!
Really? Okay, I think we're gonna have to end the podcast right there. Guys, Rat just walked by very close to us, and Riley's freaking out, and also I'm starting to freak out a little bit too. We're gonna end the podcast right here. We might do an after show in a little bit in the living room once I get everything reset up. But thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Please leave a subscribe. Riley's literally crying in the living room right now. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay, I really appreciate everyone watching. I'm sorry about the abrupt ending. I'm gonna end the stream right now.